gang? Hey man, I got 2 banger videos back to back. This is gonna really open up you guys' mind. But before we jump into those videos, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you jump into the CLG community. It is only $48 a month, less than $500 for the year. And you get a free one-on-one call with me as soon as you jump in. Just send me a DM. And yeah, make sure you watch this video to the very end because I got a ton of gold nuggets. And without further ado, let's just jump right into the video.
Do you trust your man around other women?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you trust other women around your man?
No. No.
If women don't even trust other women, why would they expect a man to trust women?
So I went out for someone's birthday and majority of her friends were men, like her partner's friends. So we go for dinner, and one of the things that I noticed is that a lot of people do snow way more than I ever thought. Grown men all going to groups in the bathroom was a new experience for me. Afterwards, we go to a bar. They were doing this at a restaurant, but we go to a bar, okay? And I'm sitting at a table and beside me is a guy, and these 2 gay men come up. And they're like, oh my God, you're so pretty. They were hyping me up so much. And I was loving every minute of it. And the guy beside me was an attractive guy. And they were like, oh, are you 2 together? And we were like, oh no. And he's like, oh, I have a girlfriend and she was off doing something. And then these 2 gay guys just kept going off about how pretty I was and all the celebrities they felt I looked like. And I was just sitting there lapping it up because, you know, getting a compliment from a gay man is elite. And 2 of them? Now, the guy beside me has been in a relationship with a girl for a while. And he's an attractive guy. He has an attractive girlfriend. But for some reason, he felt the need to really take me down a peg, in his opinion. They're hyping me up. And they're like, oh, like, you're not with him. Like, are you single? And I was like, oh, I'm single. And they were like, oh my God, what do you mean single? And I was like, oh, like, I don't have any hoes. Like, there's no one. Like, the roster is clear. I am single, not a man in sight. And they're like, oh my God, that's so amazing. And then the guy beside me that's in a relationship looks at them and goes, yeah, but she has baggage. I do this. And I look at this man and I was like, baggage? I don't know this man. I just met this man this evening. And the gay men that are standing right there look at him and they're like, what do you mean baggage? And he was like, oh, she has a kid. And I was like, my flabbers were gasted because this man was partaking in the snow party that was happening in the bathroom. This man, I was sitting there going, you're a 40-year-old man who does snow recreationally at dinners. And we're going to talk about who has baggage? And not only that, you have no investment into my single life whatsoever. I have just met you and you are in a relationship. And it was very much one of those moments where I sat back and it's like, men ain't shit. They just aren't shit. Because I'm just looking at this guy and I'm like, you have, like, there was no reason besides trying to knock down my confidence a peg that he was so butthurt over these men giving me compliments that he felt the need to throw a nice little jab in there the night I met him.
Oh my goodness, so much to unpack with those videos. The first video, that was a good video, you know what I mean? Like, if girls don't trust other girls, then why do they expect us men to trust them? Like, why do they think us men should give women the benefit of the doubt if women don't even give other women the benefit of the doubt? And that's a little bit deeper than most of you guys even understand, because in all actuality, women actually don't really trust each other really like that. But it's kind of weird because when it comes to fighting against men and social issues against men, they all tend to be in synchronized fucking steps against men. In real life, women really don't like each other. How do I know this? Because when I 80-20 my bitches, they tell me that they hate the majority of fucking women that they deal with. They don't like each other. They don't trust each other. They can't stand each other. But when it comes to feminism and misogyny and all this motherfucking bullshit, they are in lockstep with one another. That video is actually a lot deeper than a lot of guys understand. That sequence of questioning is deeper than a lot of guys understand. Because even those women, they were stuck like, God damn, why do we expect men to trust us if we don't even trust us? Think about that. Think about how deep that is. They don't trust each other, but then they expect us to give them the benefit of the doubt. Bro, it's really just like they playing the majority of men. Majority of women know that they ain't shit. They try to trick men as if they are shit. And then they stand up for their fellow woman that they can't stand against the man because they hate the man more than they hate their conniving ass fellow woman. That's some crazy shit. Think about that. Women don't even trust women, but they expect us to. Come on now. I hope y'all keeping up. Now the second chick, that video, you know what I mean? This chick talking about some, I can't believe so many people do snow. No, bitch, it's the niggas you rolling with, you dumb bitch. You rolling with niggas that do snow. I don't roll with niggas that do snow. My boys don't do snow. The kids that, my homeboy that have 5 million subscribers, he don't do no snow. All the people that I roll with, only one of them niggas did snow. I grew up with niggas that smoke weed. I grew up with niggas that drink liquor. Weed and liquor, those are the niggas I kick it with. So if you hanging with guys that do cocaine, no, bitch, that's who you're kicking it with. You have to have a certain level of fucking resources to fucking do cocaine. So you're kicking it with guys that tend to be a little bit more affluent. That tends to be a drug. I'm not trying to get racist here, but that's some shit that white people do a lot. You feel me? Very affluent white people. You get what I'm trying to say? So, yes, your reality suggests that a bunch of guys do cocaine. I don't kick it with a lot of guys that do fucking cocaine. You feel me? I probably know a couple guys that do cocaine, but not many of them. You feel me? So, so that goes to show you, like the second chick, that goes to show you the circle of guys she's trying to hang around, right? She's trying to hang out with older, rich, white guys who have money, right? Because she needs somebody to take care of that fucking kid of hers. Now, looking at that little white bitch's face, you guys would have probably been fooled and think she was an innocent bitch. That's a bitch that you meet at the bar. You think, oh, she's a good girl, right? She's a solid good girl. She didn't even stick with her baby daddy. For whatever fucking reason, bitch, you lost. I'm sorry. Like, we gotta stop, like, giving women the benefit of the doubt when they make bad decisions. Because they don't give men the benefit of the doubt when men make bad decisions. For example, I'm going to give you an example because I really want to blow you guys' mind. If a girl finds out that a man lives with his mom, she's automatically going to assume he's a bum ass nigga. She's not going to do no more investigation, right? But then when we assume that she's a raggedy ass ran through bitch because her baby's father didn't stick around, we get chastised for it. You get what I'm trying to say? They can assume anything about us. If they find out, this is deep, guys. I know sometimes when I go deep on some of these videos, some of you guys don't like that, but I want to warn you guys. We're going a little bit deeper on this video, right? When a guy has something going on in his life, women are quick to judge. Think about that. If she finds out he lives with his mom, she automatically judges the fuck out of him. But then when we're quick to judge them, you're a fucking single fucking parent with baggage. We the demons. You understand that part? You know what I mean? Like, it's so fucking taboo for her to be judged because she has a fucking kid. Yes, bitch, you're being judged. Yes. Especially if you're hanging out with rich white guys that sniff cocaine. Yes, they're in the bathroom sniffing cocaine. One of the guys like, damn, she's cute. Oh, she has a kid. Ah, well, fuck that. That's how quick them conversations go. Oh, that bitch got baggage. Fuck that. You feel me? I'll hit it though. Now they talking about hitting it. And she said the guy that said that was attractive. Even after he said that shit. See, that's the thing. When you don't care about women, they find you more attractive. If that guy did some fucking over the top, creepy, care too much shit to her, she would have found him unattractive. It's all about how guys act. The guy that just told her, yeah, but she has baggage, bro. Yeah, she has a kid. Oh my God, I can't believe he said that. Oh my God. Bitch, you do have baggage. Like, listen to how she talks, bro. A lot of you niggas would have gave that hoe the benefit of the doubt. I tell you guys, don't give no hoe the benefit of the doubt. She is a fucking ran through whore unless proven otherwise. This bitch said that she's single. She has no hoes on her roster at the moment. So that means that she was a ran through bitch. There's a reason why her baby father didn't stick around. See, y'all gotta stop giving these women the benefit of the doubt. One of y'all would have gave that little hoe the benefit of the doubt. You feel me? Not me, goddamn. Rotation, rotation, rotation. I am fucking on you until you no longer allow it. I am gonna dodge the serious relationship next step questions like the motherfucking Matrix. You ever see Neo in the Matrix, how he dodged them bullets? That's how I'm dodging the motherfucking questions when this bitch trying to take me serious. So what are we? Shit, you ask me a question like that, I might not call you for 3 weeks, bitch. You might not hear from me for a whole month just to reassess your fucking memory of what we are. Bitch, I am a organ donor with you. You're a rotation, bitch. We have fun. Let's just have fun. Why we gotta talk about deep stuff? Why we gotta talk about this stuff? You mean you wasn't talking like that with all the other niggas that's having fun with you? God damn, now it's my turn. Let me ride the ride and enjoy myself. You know what I mean? You know you not commitment worthy. I know you looking for a sucker, but baby girl, that ain't gonna be me. It's not gonna be me. I'm not the guy that's gonna have you all up in a nice ass neighborhood paying all the bills, working my ass off just so you can fuck the pool boy. That's not me. Okay? Motherfucking broke ass pool boy having his way with my motherfucking wife while I'm fucking working. That's not happening. Alright? You feel me? But hey, I would love to be your rotation guy to the end of time, bitch, for as long as you allow it. Every time we link up, we have a great time. We have an amazing time when we link up. You know what I mean? You spread them cheeks, you fuck on me real good, you suck on me real good, we have a real good time. And you know what I mean? We part our ways and we might not see each other for a month or so. That's perfectly fine with me, baby. I like what we got going on. You know what I mean? Go back to your husband, you know, cook and clean, you know, take care of your kid and all that bullshit. And I'll come over there and drop that organ off when the time is right. You know what I mean? And it'll be a clean dick too. You know what I mean? I make sure I just got out of the shower before I slide over. You know what I mean? I make sure, you know what I mean, I ain't busting nothing in a couple days or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? I make sure I give you some real hard, good, clean dick. But other than that, and I'll give you some decent conversation. But other than that, baby, I can't do it. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just trying to be real. I cannot do it. I'm not falling for that. You feel me? Unless something happened. Like, you know they say, man, you ever want to hear God laugh? Tell him your plan. Unless some crazy shit happened and I end up taking the whole serious or whatever. Some I bumped my head or something off. I don't know what the fuck. Right? I don't never want to say never, but I'm just letting you guys know. And I don't want to shame the guys. I also don't want to shame the guys that they currently are taking a hoe serious. Their baby mama was a hoe. Their wife is a hoe. I don't want to shame those guys. I don't want to do that. You feel me? I just want you to understand what could possibly happen because you're dating a hoe. She might cheat on you here and there. She might step out. She might tarnish your name. But you know what I mean? As long as you can handle that. Travis Hunter, he cool with what he got going on. You feel me? I actually got respect for Travis Hunter in a weird way. Because despite what everybody's telling him, he's still sticking to his guns. He's still being a man moving to the beat of his own drum. You know what I mean? They said he couldn't play two positions. He played two positions. You know what I mean? Nigga play cornerback very well. He play wide receiver very well. He do his own thing. Now, he do have some very suspect dances. You know what I mean? Like some of the way he dance and stuff is a little flamboyant. But hey, whatever, man. That's his thing. You know what I mean? That's his motherfucking thing. So I have some level of respect for Travis Hunter in that aspect. The fact that regardless of the outside noise, he is still sticking to what he believes. He's in love with this bitch. He don't give a fuck that she got a pass. He don't give a fuck that she probably fucking some niggas on the side as long as he don't find out. And that's just what it is. You feel me? It is what it is. He married the bitch. He bought her a car. He spoils the bitch. He does everything with the bitch. That's what he want to do. You get what I'm trying to say? That pussy must be tighter than a motherfucking grip plier or some shit. I don't fucking know what this bitch doing to this nigga, but she got that nigga nose wide open. You feel me? But I can't sit here and say that I have no respect for the guy. The guy is sticking to his guns. He's moving to the beat of his own drum. It is what it is. This is the life that he wanted to live. He doing it. You get what I'm trying to say? But back to this bitch, right? Don't fall for these chicks that do this. Don't do it. Because this chick looks like she was like those gay guys. They blowing her up. Damn, girl, you look good as fuck. Damn, girl, why you single? Like, they surprised the bitch single. Because you got to understand, When a bitch is single like her, like she said, I'm single, I don't even have no hoes. The bitch is broken. Right? So this guy, this 40-year-old man, because you gotta understand as guy's age, especially if he got some cocaine in his nose, you know what I mean? He really don't give a fuck. You know what I'm trying to say? A lot of people say cocaine is like instant confidence. I've never sniffed cocaine. I'm not going to. Let me not say never. You know what I mean? If you want to tell God your plan, if you want to hear God laugh, tell him your plans. But what I'm trying to say is I have no intentions on sniffing no cocaine or nothing like that. But what I hear from people who have sniffed cocaine, they say it gives them like an instant confidence boost or whatever the case is. So this 40-year-old man probably got money, because you got to have some type of money to sniff cocaine. 9 times out of 10. You tend to be on the upper percentile, at least upper middle class, if you sniffing cocaine. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? Like those are people that sniff cocaine. You know what I mean? So this guy who don't give a fuck, who has a fucking girlfriend, just called a spade a spade. Like, yeah, y'all keep gassing this little bitch up. This bitch got baggage, bruh. In so many words, like, yeah, let's take this bitch off her little pedestal. Like, y'all think she look all good and shit, but this little bitch got baggage. This bitch got a whole kid. Matter of fact, I'm trying to figure out who watching that little motherfucker right now while you out trying to hang out with these older men that sniff cocaine. While you all at dinner talking about friends. No, you just, none of them niggas made a move on your little bitch ass. That's what happened. You trying to put yourself in predicaments where sex can happen. See, you gotta understand, when girls say shit like, oh, I was just out with friends and it's just a bunch of guys there, bitch, you just really putting yourself in a position where you can get fucked for real. You hoping one of them niggas make they move and fuck on you, because you gotta understand, a woman's strategy is just to sit back and look cute. So what they do is they just put themselves in situations where they can get fucked. Like, don't let them fool you, bro. Don't let that word salad, all that shit that they talk about, don't let none of that shit fool you, bro. I see past that shit like a motherfucking, bro, I can see through that shit quicker than I can see through that shit quicker than a motherfucking glass window, goddammit. Like I see through all that shit. Like, when girls tell me shit, like, oh, I was just out with some friends and there were a bunch of guys there, bitch, I know what you was doing, bitch. Don't fucking play with me. You out there trying to test the market, bitch. That's why your ass gonna die rotation, bitch. That's why you're gonna stay my rotation. My main bitch don't go out and be like, I was just out with friends and a bunch of guys was there. What the fuck she need to do? She like the nigga she with. The fuck she need to go out there and test the market for? You really testing the market. But see, I read through the lines, because she can't say that. She has to be politically correct when she's talking to a guy that she likes. Or when she's just talking to a human being in general, right? This bitch just talking to the internet, right? But she still got to be politically correct, because she don't want to come off as a whore. But bitch, we know you a whore. You got a kid and you don't even know the baby dad. Like, the baby daddy's not even around. You're a whore. And you just said you had no hoes on your roster. Any bitch that has had a roster is a fucking ran through slut. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. Like, let's not sit around and play. You feel me? And people be like, well, you know, blah, 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 CJ, I can tell you hate women because you use derogatory terms. Bro, I use derogatory terms towards myself. Nigga, I'm a womanizer, okay? She's a slut, I'm a womanizer. Who gives a fuck? It's just a derogatory term. It's actually the truth. If you look up the definition of slut, that's actually what she is. She's not really a whore because she's not getting paid. But she could be a whore because if niggas taking her out on dates and shit, and he fucking, that's still kind of like a whore, because he did trade monetary value to get that pussy. So I guess we can call the bitch a hoe too, because a hoe is actually a prostitute. A slut is just a promiscuous woman. Slut and promiscuous is the same exact fucking thing. It's just slut is the derogatory term of it. I hate that I'm giving you guys a professor lecture, a professor lecture, but sometimes this shit has to be done. Because for a lot of men, you gotta beat it into their fucking brains until they understand what the fuck is going on and what it is. You get what I'm trying to say? A lot of men, you gotta beat that shit into their brain so they can understand what the fuck is going on for real. You get what I'm trying to say? Because men be fucking blind to this shit. Especially because there's years and years and years and years of programming that have taught men the opposite. You're going to run across this at some point in time when you're dating women as a man. It's going to happen. What I'm trying to help you understand is, please don't make the wrong decision. Or, I'm not telling you not to make, there's no such thing as right or wrong decision because it's your decision. But I just want you to understand the consequences of your decision-making skills or the decisions that you make, especially when it comes to the opposite sex. Because there are a lot of great men that were taken down and taken out by women. And this is a age-old test. This is in the Bible. This is in, a lot of great rulers, leaders, conquerors, emperors. A lot of very great men were ruined by the hands of a woman. I was just watching some mafia documentary. There was an interview on Sammy the Bull, and Sammy the Bull was talking about how all of these mafia guys' wives were cheating on them. Think about that. Think about how crazy of a bitch you got to be when you know the guy that you're with is a known killer. Like he's a part of an organization that gets people killed pretty much every day. And you're stepping out on that guy? Like, it was so much cheating in the fucking mafia. Like, they was sending hits to niggas that was fucking these niggas' wives. They wasn't getting the guy killed, but they was beating the fuck out of these niggas, bro. Niggas was, they was beating guys and with crowbars and shit and making the guys lose fingers. And they told, one of the guys said, hey, because he fucking this one guy's wife, bring me back his ear. Cut his ear off after you whoop his ass. And the dude was like, damn, what the fuck I need to cut his ear off for? All he did was fuck. But he couldn't question the mafia because that's when they call a hit, they call that motherfucking hit. You feel me? Now, this wasn't a hit. This was an ass whooping, but still, it's the same thing. But I don't understand how they keep going after the men when the women are the ones that give access to sex. And it goes to show you that when a woman feels that you care too much, she don't give a fuck if you a mafia boss. She gonna throw that pussy to somebody that cares less about her. You feel me? Because marriage is the ultimate sign of caring too fucking much. Oh my God. It is the ultimate sign of just too much care. But when I was listening to that story, all of these mafia wives was cheating. I'm like, do these bitches not know that, like, they dealing with they don't give a fuck. A woman doesn't give a fuck that you're actually capable with other men. She only cares about how you treat her. You can be a killer. You can be from the army. You can be whatever. Army guys get cheated on all the fucking time. These niggas are trained killers. Women don't give a fuck. They look at you through the lens of their eyes. If you care too much about them, she sees you as a bitch. She loses respect for you. If she loses too much respect for you, she cannot love you. If she does not love you, she will give the pussy to somebody that she does respect, admire, and love, and is aroused by. It doesn't matter that you have her in a contract, because she doesn't give a fuck about the contract. Her dating strategy does not change because you put a ring on her finger. I hate to break it to you guys. Her dating strategy does not change just because you decided to buy a fucking $50,000 ring and give her a $100,000 wedding. Her dating strategy does not change. She still is going to look cute and go outside. And if a guy approaches her that she likes, she's going to find a way to suck that guy's dick. As long as he doesn't do nothing to fuck it up, meaning care too fucking much. You get what I'm trying to say? So, get this in you guys' head. I know I preach it all the time, but for some of you guys, you really have to understand this shit. I just showed you 2 fucking videos. Women are cap. They're liars. They don't even trust each other. They don't expect you to trust them. Like, they don't expect you to give them the benefit of the doubt. That's why when you do give them the benefit of the doubt, they look at you as a weak man, because they're like, we don't even trust other bitches. How the fuck you trust me? Why are you so easily manipulated? If I can manipulate you, I know these motherfucking other hoes can manipulate you. So a woman that can easily manipulate you, she loses respect for you. She can't love you because she understands the truth. She really truly does. She understands the truth. You feel me? She understands the truth, and the truth is you're weak. You feel me? When it comes to women, you're weak. And if she sees any form of weakness, she loses respect for you. And if she can't respect you, she can't love you. It's very simple. Now, for you guys that, I'm not saying that marriage is not needed and whatever the case is and blah, 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 and yada, yada. I'm not saying that it's doomed, and I'm not saying that it's all bad, but I'm just letting you know, if you do marry a bitch, which I don't think I ever will, not with no fucking, not through the government at least, but if you do marry a bitch, just understand the risk. And you definitely need the CLG community if you married to a bitch, because you got to keep this bitch on her toes. You have to set up the marriage that you don't take a huge financial loss if you decide to leave her, because the only way she can respect you is if you do leave her. So if she knows that you can leave at any given time, her respect for you is going to be high. because she still has to motherfucking hold her end of the bargain. If you lock her into a contract that is beneficial to her, if you leave, there's no respect for you. Because now she's like, oh, now I know I got him. It's like a cat. Once they get the laser, they tired of playing with it. Now that they know that they got you, they're looking for another dick to suck. I don't give a fuck what nobody says, bro. This is true female psychology. I don't give a fuck how innocent your bitch look. I don't give a fuck how well of a family she was raised in. I don't give a fuck how much of a good girl you think she is. Bro, this is true fucking female psychology. I fuck a lot of good girls, bro. I fuck a lot of girls from the outside looking in. People will think they were the best of the best, little cute good girl on the planet. I fuck virgins. I fucked them all, bro. They all operate and act. They all respond to the same shit. I literally had a chick that I took her virginity, right? She had a crush on my homeboy. I set up the date for her to go on the date with one of my homeboys, right? He used to rob banks and shit like that, right? But I came at her first, right? So I'm the one who tried to court her first. She wasn't feeling me for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Like, she just wasn't feeling me. So it is what it is. But then she saw my homeboy. So me not being a hater, I said, hey, bruh, I'm really rocking with this chick, but she rocking with you. And he was like, all right, bro, I'll take her out. You feel me? He's like, I think she cute too. So you feel me? I took a step back. That's who she chose, right? They go on a few dates. He come to me after the date, and he was just like, yeah, man, the date was so amazing, bro. She was so good, bro. I made out with her. I dropped her off at the house. Remind you, this kid used to rob banks. He's tatted up. You feel me? He's gangster as fuck. Like, he looks like a gangster. You feel me? Like, tatted up from neck tats, full body tats, full leg tats, everything. Nigga looks like ripped this, like a thick, strong motherfucker. He looks like a fucking gangster because he was in the penitentiary for 5 years for robbing a fucking bank. So he's a gangster motherfucker, right? And I'm the reason I got him a job at the place. You get what I'm trying to say? And the bitch chose him even though I was trying to come at her first, right? So she chooses this guy. And I take a step back. And I even told him, I was like, hey, I'm feeling her and shit, but she chose you, so it is what it is. He took the opportunity. So he was telling me about the date. He said everything went good. He's like, man, I'm really feeling her, da-da-da. So then she comes to me, and then she's like, I really like your friend physically, but she's like, I don't really like him like that. And I'm like, what? I'm like, didn't y'all just go on a date? And she was like, yeah. I was like, he told me everything was good. Now, mind you, this bitch is a virgin, bro. She never been fucked before. She a white girl, blue eyes, blonde hair, big, juicy, plump ass, skinny as fuck. You know what I mean? So she never been fucked before. So she's just like, yeah, but it's just, something was just off. And I'm like, didn't y'all make out? She was like, yeah, but I didn't like it. I was like, you didn't like the make out? She was just like, nah, something was just off. So then she comes to me and she's just like, well, next time me and him decide to go out, can you come with us? So I'm like, what? I was like, why the fuck you want me there? And she was like, well, I don't know. Can you just be there with us? So I'm like, that's some weird ass shit. So then I go to my boy and I'm like, hey man, like, you sure the date went well? He's like, yeah, it went well. I'm like, all right, bro. I was like, she told me she want me to be on the date, like with y'all or some shit like that. She want me there or something like that. Like, she want to hang out with me and you. And he was like, that's weird as fuck. I'm like, I was like, that's what I said, bro. I was like, I don't feel like being no third wheel to no shit like that. And he was just like, nah, bro, just come through, bro. It ain't even like that, bro. So I'm like, all right, bet. So then, and then she would text me. She was like, she's like, oh, we set another date, but I won't go if you don't go. Like, she was texting me that shit. She's like, if you don't go, I won't go. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I hit my boy. I'm like, bro, you sure you want me there? He was like, yeah, bro, just come through. So we'll go there. It'll be like some Dave and Buster type shit or whatever, right? It'll be 2 guys, 1 girl. You feel me? And then the whole time she getting closer to me. She starting to talk to me now. Now, remind you, she turned me down for my homeboy. You feel me? After I tried to come at her. And then she started coming closer to me and And then after a while, she just wanted to just hang out with me. She's like, can me and you just hang out one time? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm like, bro, she just want to kick it with me. So you know me being a real nigga, I said, all right, bet. I said, yeah, we can kick it. I just invited her straight to the crib while my main bitch was at work. So I said, hey, my day off, that's when I was selling cars. So my day off used to be like one of the random days in the week. I used to never take my day off unless I was fucking. So I think it was like a Wednesday I was supposed to be scheduled to be off or whatever. But I used to never take it off unless I was fucking. So I was like, hey, my day off is Wednesday. And it was kind of crazy that her day off was Thursday, but this next week her day off switched to Wednesday. So I said, she's like, yeah, that's weird. Cause she's like, I switched my day off with one of the other girls in the finance office. So my day off is Wednesday too. So it was the same day off as my day was supposed to be off. So I was like, damn, that's my day. She's like, I know. So the bitch already knew that was gonna be my day off. I said, all right, bet. I said, so you want to kick it with me? She's like, yeah. I was like, well, shit. I was like, shit, we'll figure something out. I said, instead of going to work, meet me here. And I texted her, but I texted her just directly my address to where I live. And then she looked at it. She's like, what is this? And she was like, is this your house? I'm like, yeah, we're gonna meet there and then we'll go somewhere from there. And then she was like, okay. And I was like, oh. And I said, cause she used to wear a lot of makeup. And I hate makeup cause I hate that powdery shit on my face when I kiss a bitch, right? So I said, don't wear no makeup. And she was like, what? I said, that makeup that you got? I said, don't wear it when you come over. And she was like, okay. And then she went back to the office. She came over right on fucking time. Came straight to the crib. I never even had to say anything else about let's go somewhere else or whatever. I just brought her up to the crib. We sat on the couch. I had something on the TV. I was like, oh, you want something to drink? And then she's like, yeah. So I got her something to drink. I think we was like, I don't know what the fuck. I got her like bottled water or some shit like that. And then she was sitting on the couch next to me. And then I told her to get down off the couch. I said, hey, get down. I said, hey, get here. Like, and she's like, huh? And I was like, just sit down. I had her on her knees, right? And I was like, just sit right here. And she's like, why you got me sitting here? And I just went in for the kiss. We started making out and shit like that. And then as we was making out, I said, follow me. And she just didn't say nothing. She followed me to the room, right? So then we started making out again. I put her, you know how I do my shit, right? So then she started grabbing my shit and she starts like getting a little bit nervous. So I told her, I said, hey, I said, are you a virgin or were you lying? She's like, no, I am a virgin. I said, okay. I said, if you're a virgin, I said, I'm going to put a towel down. And I said, it's going to hurt, but you're going to have to bite your lip. And she was like, okay. And I said, all right, lay down. That motherfucker took a while for me to get that bitch in her. I ain't gonna lie. And yes, there was blood. Yes, there was all this shit like that. Whatever. I tried to go as slow as I possibly could, but it is what it is. I told her, I said, anytime it hurts, just bite your lip. Took her virginity, fucked the shit out of the chick, right? This motherfucking chick, after that moment, wanted to fuck every fucking day. She wanted to fuck it. I had a Mercedes-Benz at that time. She wanted to fuck in the backseat of my car. She wanted to do this. She wanted to do this. She wanted to do... Like, bro, like, the thought of my homeboy just completely erased her mind. And not only did she want to fuck, this bitch was falling in love with a nigga, bro. Like, she was fucking me between lunch breaks at the fucking job. She was just fucking me. It got so bad that my manager was like, I know you fucking that bitch. I know you fucking that little virgin bitch. And I'm like, why you saying that? He's like, bro, she always asking about you. She always, like coming out of the office looking for you. Like, motherfucker, I can tell when you fucking, like, my manager was getting on my ass. Like, bro, I ain't finna get into that shit. Like, I would always blow my manager and shit off. But that's what it came down to. And what ended up happening, and I remember when I was fucking her and we was, like, getting closer and I was 80-20 with her. And I asked her one day, I was like, damn, I was like, man, I was like, I came at you. And then you was like, we was kind of like vibing and shit. But then when I got my homeboy job, you like fell for my homeboy. And she told me, she was like, to be honest, she was like, I was more attracted to your homeboy because he looked like a straight thug. Like, you feel me? He looked like a nigga that like rough her up. But what happened was when he was taking her on dates, and this was his problem, right? He was a lover boy. He was a thug amongst men, but around women, he was a lover boy. So what happened was, what she said in so many words was, she's like, yeah, but when he was on a date, he was like, I don't know. She was like, it's just something about him that just turned me off. Like, he was like, I'm like, what about him? She was like, no, he was a gentleman. Like, he was opening my door for me. Like, he was like making sure I was comfortable with everything. He would ask me if I was comfortable. He's like, hey, how do you feel? He was like doing all this stuff, but it's just something about him just turned me off. And she's like, you you make things happen. Like, you, like, before you took my virginity. Like, she's like, I thought it was a little weird that you told me to come to your house with no makeup, but like, you're just like very like sure of like yourself. And like he didn't really have that. Like even when I made out with him, like he wasn't a good kisser and all this shit like that. And I'm like, this motherfucker cared too much. And I started remembering, because I used to hang out with this nigga, and badass bitches, I'm talking about dime pieces, would have initial attraction to this nigga. But then I'd be like, damn, nigga, did you take her home? Did you fuck her? He'd be like, nah, man, she didn't want to fuck. Nah, man. He used to always say that. And I'm like, damn, how is he not fucking none of these bitches? These bitches throwing themselves at this nigga. Like, we be in a club, bitch would like run up, don't even know him. We was at a club, a bitch jumped on this nigga lap, like on his arms, and was like riding him. And I was like, damn, you know her from high school or something? Because he from Minnesota area. He was like, bro, I don't even know this bitch. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, but he wasn't fucking. He was fucking so very few times, like to how much pussy was being thrown his way, he wasn't fucking. And the crazy part is, I had less initial attraction from bitches, but I was fucking way more to him. We would go to EDM parties together. He used to take me to the EDM parties because there'd be some badass bitches and shit there. I was always fucking. If I wasn't fucking that night, I was fucking the bitch like 2 or 3 nights after that. Like, I was always fucking. I'd be like, damn, bro, remember that bitch we met at the EDM party? He's like, yeah, that big booty bitch. I'm like, nigga, I caught that bitch. Like, you know what I mean? I'll show him the shit in my phone, like me fucking the bitch. She's like, damn. I'm like, this her friend. You know what I mean? And her friend will have some big ass titties, big booty, just like her bombshell white bitches, right? I was like, hey, they want us all to come up to the cabin with them. I'm saying, shit, you can catch your friend. We'll go up to the cabin. I'm over here stretching my bitch. He just out in the, I just get done stretching. I got sweat all on me, all type of shit. My bitch hollering and shit. I come out the room, they sitting in the motherfucking, on the couch still. I'm like, damn, nigga, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? And he's like, oh, man, I'm going home. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I walk him out to the car. I'm like, bro, why you leaving, nigga? Like, what the fuck? That bitch, he's like, that bitch ain't even bad. She's not even that bad. I'm like, bro, she's fucking gorgeous. He's like, it's stupid, bitch. All she want to do is sit around and talk. All she want to do is sit around and talk. It's stupid, bitch. He's like, bro, next time you invite me somewhere, bro, make sure the bitch is down to fuck. I'm like, she is down to fuck. And this the crazy part. That's how I know this nigga was lying, because, but like, he came to the cabin after me. So I got to the cabin because I rode with the bitch I was fucking. So he came to the cabin after me. So before he even got to the cabin, the bitch that he was talking about was actually bad as fuck. And me and her was playing on the bed while her friend went into the room waiting for me to fuck her. But this bitch was so bad too, and I didn't give a fuck. I was even worse than I was now when I was younger. I didn't give a fuck. So while my bitch was waiting in the bedroom to get fucked by me, I was playing with the other bitch. Like, dick hard and everything. This bitch, I had the bitch in the other room jacking my dick. I had her friend in the other room, like, playing with my dick, like, getting me hard before I fucked her friend. So I'm playing with her big ass titties. I'm gripping on her ass. She just, like, having a fucking blast with me, like, you know what I mean? And then right before fucking time, I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn, I gotta go, holler at your friend real quick. And she's like, why would you get me all fucking riled up just to leave? And I was just like, nah, I'll be back. So I'll go in the room, stretch the motherfucking friend. And by that time, I was folding this hoe. I was folding this hoe for a minute, but he was already up there. As soon as I went into the room, he finally got there, whatever the case is. And I come out, they on the couch, and he talking about some bitch ain't ready to fuck. I already had the bitch primed up in the room. The bitch giving me a hand job in the other motherfucking room, knowing that I'm fucking her friend. Knowing that I got a fucking thing going with her friend. So I know the bitch trying to fuck. I can't tell him that I just had the bitch giving me a fucking hand job before he came there. But like, limiting beliefs is what's gonna fuck a lot of you motherfuckers up for real. Like, for real. Cause I had so many situations where I was trying to get this nigga pussy, bro. And he would always fumble it. He'd be like, man, you always get me the girl that's not down to fuck. I'm like, and it blew my mind because he was such a prison ass nigga. He was tatted up, gangster ass nigga. He could fight. He could do all types of shit. You know what I mean? Motherfucker had neck tats. Nigga had tats everywhere. Motherfucker was swole, like that prison swole. And then when it came around bitches, he was soft as fuck. And I think the misconception was, when you look at the two of us, you would think that I was the more like soft, like less aggressive out of the two of us. But when it came behind closed doors, I'm the one pushing the fucking issue, like fucking hoes for real. And he over here trying to play patty cake with these hoes. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's what I be trying to tell you guys, bro. It ain't about how you look. It ain't about, like, initial attraction. Yes, it helps you to get the initial attraction from a bitch. But motherfucker, if you can't fucking close the door, bro, none of that shit matter, nigga. All that shit is out the motherfucking window. You feel where I'm coming from? So that's what I really wanted to break down in this video, bro. Like, don't fucking believe any of these hoes, bro. Like, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't be easily convinced, easily fooled by these modern day women. These modern day women are on demon time, bro. They just looking for the right guy to fucking be a slut around. Just trust me, bro. You will literally have bitches showing up to dates with no fucking panties. It happens to me all the fucking time. The little Puerto Rican bitch that from Sunday, she came to the date, no bra, no fucking panties, with a big fat juicy ass. I'm over here gripping on her ass. I'm like, damn, what you got, like an invisible fucking panty line? She's like, nah, I didn't wear anything underneath the dress. Like, bro, consistently I get bitches showing up to dates with no fucking drawers on, bro. Consistently, bro. Like, nigga. So you niggas already know what time it is, bro. Make sure you lock into the CLG community, man. Make sure you guys really fucking following the process. Make sure you guys really making things happen. And make sure you guys out here being men. Stop all that bullshit, nigga. Stop all that motherfucking soft, feminine ass, feminine energy type shit. These bitches is down to be fucked. These bitches is down to be wrecked. These bitches is down to be nutted on and in. Don't nut in these bitches. Don't do that part, right? Don't copy me on that shit. But these bitches want to be fucked for real by a fucking man. I'm not telling you to be a rapist, none of shit like that. Go inside the CLG community. There's a way that you can tell if a bitch is down or not without even using words. There are certain compliance tests that you can do. There are certain things. All of this shit is in the CLG community, in the dating section. You guys need to lock in, bro. It's only $48 a month, bro. Where else can you get this fucking information for so fucking cheap? Nowhere, nigga. Less than $500 a year. No, not $5,000 course like these other niggas selling. Not $10,000. Nigga, less than $500 for the whole year. And you get a 20% discount if you sign up for the yearly. And you get a free one-on-one call with me. All you gotta do is DM me once you inside, bro. Fucking no-brainer, bro. Lock in, bro. Like, for real, man. And stop playing, bro. And take your fucking dating life to the next level. And with that being said, I'm out. Peace.